At a certain point, you're judged by how you present yourself. May not be fair, but it's real. And if you can't write, if you can't talk clearly, if you can't speak confidently, if you can't figure out how to, make simple computations in the business world, people notice that, and you will not rise above a certain level. So that strong, I feel that that academic foundation here, that the core academic classes provide, that's what people judge you on when you get into private industry, when you get into industry in general. You are judged by how you present yourself, and that strong academic base allows you to present yourself the best way possible. Well, I think that the electives are where you discover your passions. I think that that's where you figure out who you are and what you're going to do. What do you like? What gives you enjoyment? I think the kids need to have those kinds of hands-on experiences where they learn things about themselves that they might not otherwise learn. I think that the more you learn about yourself, the better choices, the better decisions you're going to make in the future. Take a ceramics course. You might discover a hobby for the future. Get into that cooking class. You might discover that you really enjoy that. The more things that you learn about who you are, and with careful consideration of the electives that are offered, that the different schools offer. I'd be lost on weekends without my woodworking classes, that I took in high school. You find out things that you're good at, you build your own self-esteem, and you might discover something that you're going to do for the rest of your life. Some of the classes that deal with, health, for students that aspire to nursing or some other kind of health care. Think about what you want, think about what you want to get, and then you match the class to it. It proves the in-classroom, I don't know if it's experience, but it proves the in-classroom point. And to me, that's so powerful when they get that themselves, because we are trying to help them in the quote-unquote real world, and we're trying to provide that real-world experience. Hands-on, actually see it for yourself, goes a lot farther than this is what my teacher said. And if what they see for themselves backs up what their teacher said, they know that we've got a point. So we have kids that participate in job shadows that could turn into internships based on mutual interest. We've had mock interviews with people that will eventually be doing the hiring. So we've had these kind of, there are these real world experiences that we mesh together with the classroom in District 6. That's not even talking about the college experience, college credit experiences that they can get while they're still a high school student. So if you add up all these different opportunities, all these outside opportunities, these in-class opportunities, these real-world experts that bring relevance to our curriculum, and that bring relevance to our students' lives. When you add up all those different kinds of opportunities, it opens up a wide world of possibilities for the District 6 students. It's funny. We tell our kids this all the time. We're trying to prepare you for jobs that don't exist yet, because they really don't. But I think that's one of the beautiful things about the whole pathway and the cluster environment, the whole cluster mentality is, okay, there probably isn't the next, the iPhone 7. It's not on somebody's radar yet. But our kids are going to be developing that. So if you have an interest, foster that interest, grow that interest, and then I won't say that your path is clearer down the road, but maybe you don't take as many wrong turns as I did. Maybe you don't take as many wrong turns as other people have. All of those experiences add up. But boy, I mean, my life was a lot harder. It would have been a lot easier if I had just followed my passion. One of the things that I see my students doing now is I'm thinking of one student in particular, and she is incredibly good at taking herself seriously when it's necessary. I see her uncovering her possible future, and she's excited about it. She calls herself a super duper senior. She's been a senior a couple of different times at a couple of different schools, but she's motivated now to finish. And so what I see her doing in class every day is, no, you really need to be doing this. You need to look at this. I mean, come on, no, it's not stupid. It's you, unless you're stupid. So she buys into the program. And you realize that this isn't just a program that we're putting down on them because we have to cover XYZ. This is about them. And she's taken advantage of the college in Colorado and all the different assessments, and she's learning all these different things, and she's learning all these the personality tests, all these different things about herself, her multiple intelligences, all these different things. She's learning all these wonderful things about herself, and she's supporting the other people in the classroom by saying, this is about you, don't you get it? And so at a certain point, when students understand what it is we're trying to get them to do, and they buy into that, just that classroom runs so smoothly, and it's nice to have it's nice to have that youthful take, and the limitless possibilities. It's nice to see them thinking about their limitless possibilities, especially when a lot of our kids had thought that their future was pretty much written for them.